Hey True Crime members, it's me, Monkey Dragon here, and the topic of today's video is how long should a game be? And with that, let's go and begin. Okay guys, so a little bit of backstory for this topic, and I'll be telling it in fast forward. There's a game called 1887 out there, or The Order 1887, and there was a person who got the game early and played it and recorded his whole playthrough and uploaded it to YouTube, and it was roughly about 5 hours long, and the whole community that was excited for this game kind of went into an uproar saying, oh my god, this game is so short, it's only 5 hours, and there was obviously a rebuttal from the company that made the game saying, oh, he's super spamming, you know, he didn't really do the side quests and all the other missions, do everything that you can in the game. It would take much longer in order for you to do it, and you know, once that was said, a lot of people, especially the commentators on YouTube, they started defending the company, and they started saying, you know, that's actually not too bad, you know, and then there's multiple playthroughs you could do, you could really get a lot of money for it, and a lot of people started to try to quantify the amount of hours that you play in a game with money. And one of the more popular ones that was out there was about movies. And one of the things that was said is, you know, you spend $10 on a movie ticket, and you know, if you watch like an hour and a half worth of a movie and you watch $60 worth of movies, you get somewhere about 7.5 hours worth of entertainment, and that's kind of a lot. And there was also people saying that, you know, if it was a 2-hour long movie, you know, you get 12 hours of entertainment. You know, that's still a lot of entertainment. And when I heard these numbers quantified for $60 and you get 12 hours worth of entertainment, and I thought of the games that I play, I thought that was ridiculously overpriced to only play a game for 12 hours. Maybe it's the games that I play, I don't know, but I've never really played a game where I only played it for 6 hours. I've never played a game that I could beat in a day and just be done with. That's never been a thing. Any game that I play, it's always been much longer than, like, heck, for Minecraft, that was like a $30 game. I probably have hundreds of hours worth of entertainment into that game. I've played, you know, Fallout 3. That's multiples of hundreds of hours into that game. Fallout New Vegas, probably 100 or 102. You know, somewhere in there. I've played a decent amount of those games. Call of Duty. Maybe it's just because I play like multiplayer games or something. I don't know what it is. But when I play a game, I want multiple playthroughs. And I understand that it is, you know, a single player game, and there's no multiplayer features, so, you know, playing, you know, competitive or whatever against other people is kind of a limiting option. But even in a game where it's only campaign driven, I kind of think back to Assassin's Creed. Although there's an online element to that game, if we were to ignore just that, there's a lot of hours worth of entertainment into that. Granted, it's a tower game where, you know, you just kind of go up into the towers, unlock more things, and you constantly do it. But there's different strategies you can go for. You know, there's this whole sinking element where it's like, oh, but if you were to use a dart to kill this guy and you were to do this secret thing and then go back this way, you get better sinks, and then, you know, you can go for all the extra little cards and all this other kind of stuff. There's always a lot to do in those kind of games. Even in Infamous, once again, another little tower game, but still, there's a lot of, you make it replayed over and over again. One of the best examples that I've played, or that I have for you guys about single-player games where they do have multiple hours worth of entertainment in there, one of my very first PlayStation 3 games, and this was back when the console was like fucking brand new, and everyone was like, boom, someone like got killed for their console. That's how good these console wars back then. It was Resistance Fall of Man. And it was so cool, the graphics and the game and the guns and the aliens. I was playing at my brother's house. It was so cool to play this game. And one of my favorite features about this game is once you beat it, you know, you get your 16 guns and everything. You can play it again, and then you can unlock even more hardcore weapons. You can get the alien weapons, the ones that weren't used for like the bazookas and stuff to bring down, you know, the super walkers and stuff. But you can get like the little fireflies guys, little dual wielding weapons. You can get like super versions of their guns. And the more you play through it, you know, you got multiple different sets of weapons and all this kind of cool stuff. There was always ways for you to play a game more. And basically what I'm trying to say here is, you know, when I buy a game for $60, I'm expecting to be entertained. I don't want to say hundreds of hours because there's very few games that could probably entertain me for hundreds of hours. But when I hear people say like, oh, 10 hours, that's a good amount. No, fuck no. 10 hours, dude? That's barely a day. That's 2 days if I'm being fucking lazy to play a game and then be like, get some done with this game. Like, no, when I play a game, I'm expecting to play for like months. Not a game where I'm just like, oh, I'm done just in a day or a weekend or something. Like, no, it's meant to be played for months. That's what games are meant to be done. And you know, some people, I want to really quickly throw this little quantified for amount of money versus entertainment. A fucking football. Like, you can get one for 12 bucks. And that has infinite amount of time that you can play with that fucker. Fucking Monopoly. What? You can get that game for like 30 bucks, or if you're getting one of like the deluxe ones or something with the little cards and swipers and shits. That has multiple hundreds of hours worth of entertainment, right? I mean, fuck, a game alone takes up to 4 hours, especially when you're playing with those stingy assholes that don't give you Park Avenue. Fucking assholes. But anyways, I just hated the way these guys were quantifying a game being played for movies, because a movie is a different experience. A movie, you can be completely enthralled into the genre that's going on there, and you can enjoy it. You'll probably come back like 2 months later, probably watch it again and still get, still be very well entertained. But that's a completely different experience than a game. A game is something that's meant to be played over and over again, and it's meant to be, custom in a way. You're playing through this character. Even a game on rails, you can still get a unique experience out of these things, whereas movies are just, you're just watching. You're just watching and engorging on this orgy of super awesome epicness that's going on the screen. And I don't know. I just hated the way they quantified it based on movies. And I think games should be played. And this is honestly what I think about games when I think about buying one. Like, am I going to play this game for a month, or am I going to play it for like 3-4 months? And that's how I quantify a game, is whether or not I'm going to be playing it for months, or if it's a game that looks like it's going to go like, boo, doo, doo. Like, I'll only play it for a week. Honestly, if there was a game that I could play for a week, I'm not touching it. Keep in mind, I have played shitty games. What was it? The Green Lantern game that came from the movie? Because I thought, oh, Green Lantern, that guy's a kick-ass. Play the game, fucking shit. Beat it in a day and returned it back to Gamefly. Like, I was so depressed with that game. That was horrible as all hell. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to end the video there. And I want to ask you guys, what do you think is... For $60, how much time would you like to play a game? What do you think's out there? Keep in mind, like, Minecraft's 30 bucks. People have probably played hundreds of hours into that game. And there's RPGs, or are you a person that likes to play like Madden and then just constantly verse each other? But even in that scenario, you're still playing for tons and tons of times. I don't know. How much time do you think you should get out of a $60 game? That'll be the question. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm Monkey Jigging. That's all I really got. Peace.